She kept the seat warm.
Welcome to another weekly edition of the best way to smoke news. Some news you can't refuse. And it's being sponsored by the Glue Guard, Cali Guard. Whoops, stop smoking spit.
No drip
And
left.
this news is being presented to you by Serpo Jr.
Big J.
Yep, and Oregon State Global Hemp Innovation Center's nets $10 million grant, partnered with tribes on hemp economic development. Oregon State University's Global Hemp Innovation Center received a $10 million USDA grant to collaborate with 13 Native American tribes on hemp economic development, aiming to create substantial supply chains and enhance the hemp industry's role in tribal and rural American economics.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as like some of these, I guess, non-native hemp growers or whatever it may be is collaborating with native hemp growers to, I guess, you know what I'm saying, collaborate with something. The Oregon State University Global Hemp Innovation Center announced on Monday the $10 million grant to work with 13 Native American tribes on hemp economic development. One of the key, I guess, press releases from this, it's critical that investment decisions be based on sound science and business planning to build out and scale up economic development opportunities with hemp, particularly to benefit tribal nations and other American rural communities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much I'm believing, you know what I'm saying, aim to really help the Native American communities.
That's what it sounds like.
That's the news.
That nigga shaking his head. Like, hey, look, who's surviving? Surviving a legal storm. High Seas Cannabis Boutique is ready to open in Costa Mesa. After waiting months for a permit to operate in Costa Mesa and navigating a lawsuit, police raid, and protracted settlement agreement, owners of the High Seas Cannabis Boutique are ready to open their doors in an early April grand opening. It didn't happen, though. The dispensary has been at the eye of a month-long legal storm between a trio of legal cannabis proprietors who claim they've upheld the letter of the law, and city police and prosecutors seeking to prove cannabis was illegally sold and delivered to customers before High Seas had obtained a cannabis permit. A lot of stuff like this happens, you know what I mean, with a lot of different dispensaries in different locations when they try to open and, you know, and try to do the right things and stuff like that, though. And sometimes you might just be the one caught up, though, where it's always some kind of setback that kind of push you back. And just think, if you invest in your money and you ready to open your doors and just say you done bought product and all this kind of shit, and now they telling you you got to wait for this and you don't know when you're going to be able to open, and now you sitting on your product, some of that shit got an expiration date.
Yeah, you bleeding cash.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a cold situation when some of these cities trying to do that, especially when people are doing shit the right way.
Yeah.
I hope it work out.
Better work out.
Man.
Bam, I like this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Upling, a purpose-driven cannabis delivery app. You know what I'm saying? Upling is a black-owned cannabis delivery app currently serving dispensaries and medical cannabis patients in Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Jamaica, and is in the process of expanding into other markets. Man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the key things about this, you know what I'm saying, that struck my attention, which what got my attention. You know what I'm saying? Is Upling's founder, Colin Frazier, who he himself was incarcerated due to cannabis-related convictions, aimed to use Upling to address the repercussions of the war on drugs and systematic injustice and racism in the U.S. Carceral system.
Yeah, huh?
It says carceral.
Okay.
You You know what I'm saying? But pretty much, you know what I'm saying, is I don't know what the fuck partial mean. You know what I'm saying? If you can help me out. But you know what I'm saying, it's like what I'm getting up out of this right here is the proceeds from the Upling, you know what I'm saying, delivery app is actually going
What?
Upling
Okay.
delivery app.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's
check
gonna,
her
you know what I'm
out.
saying, it's gonna put resources, you know what I'm saying, into like the war on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like people getting cracked with a joint.
Yeah.
15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna bring, you know what I'm saying, attention and awareness to such situations.
Such a situations. Yeah. That's
Right
dope.
on, my brother. In real life though.
Yeah, for sure though. Right on. That's dope shit. Damn. So look, it's Women's Month, so we want to highlight women with this news. So women in New Jersey's cannabis industry opening the doors for others to succeed. How women have broken into cannabis. Precious Osigi Urs founded a cannabis delivery company called Roll Up Life with a childhood friend in 2018, hoping to open a store in her hometown of East Orange. But after facing rejection for a municipal license, she started her second company, Precious Canaco. As CEO of the pre-roll company, she designed packaging, chooses the strain of weed, and talks to stores about stocking her pre-rolls. The idea came to her she said, after she realized none of the branding or packaging on existing products spoke to her. She named it after herself, not just to have ownership over her product, but to show women they can build their own brands and see them succeed, she said. And that's dope. Shout out to Precious. Now, Jessica Gonzalez is a cannabis attorney with Rudick Law Group, courtesy of Gonzalez. Over the 6 years Gonzalez has been involved in cannabis, she's learned the art of politics and art of effective education. She urged women looking to break into the industry to educate themselves on cannabis and business policies at the local, state, and national levels. Start working with the cannabis community, support the individuals who paved the way. Figure out the type of advocate you want to be and leverage your expertise to purpose solutions, said Gonzalez, native who now lives in New Jersey City. So that's dope. Shout out to the women.
Shout out.
Yep, yep.
Now this one right here, DEA, they skeptical about, you know what I'm saying, the cannabis rescheduling. The Wall Street Journal report that some DEA officials are skeptical about the HHS recommendation to reclassify cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3.
Mm.
Why is that? Some officials with the Drug Enforcement Agency, they skeptical about the U.S., you know what I'm saying, bringing this down due to the simple fact it's still not going to be federally legal. You know what I'm saying? But some of the benefits of it, you know what I'm saying, is gonna some businesses are gonna be able to like do taxes or something, like file taxes on some of the cannabis businesses, and it's gonna allow, you know what I'm saying, states to regulate it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, state by state, but there's still gonna be some type of federal limitation on it.
Mm.
What was this little key point that I had? The journal's DEA source for the reports were unnamed, but said that to be familiar with the matter, moving cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 would not make the plant federally legal. However, it will allow state legal cannabis companies to begin taking tax deduction normally afforded other businesses, which would be a major win for the industry. Schedule 3 would also significantly expand the research opportunities for cannabis products, and cannabinoids in general. And a note, DEA has historically slow walked anything resembling potential cannabis reforms.
Mm.
So it's like the reform is kind of like a long walk. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and rewind a little bit, Big J already said, fuck the reschedule, we had to deschedule, right?
Reschedule, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So pretty much this reschedule, all right, you know what I'm saying? It sounded good when it was first presented, but something else then came up to where it's like we can deschedule this shit. So fuck the reschedule. We trying to deschedule.
Fuck the reschedule. Deschedule.
Deschedule. That's your weekly news. Turco Jr.
Hey.